And hi to hello. Good morning, friends. We a little bit concerned because we're seeing over on our screen lots and lots of comments from Facebook, but nothing at all is coming through from YouTube. So we're very concerned that YouTube is not
Hold on, but YouTube is here.
getting the feed.
YouTube is here. We just can't see it. So you're blind from YouTube. Lester is blinded from YouTube. He
No.
can't hear what
So-
y'all think.
Over here on our screen, what it shows us are all the comments flying by, and it will tell us to the side of them if they're on Facebook or if they're on YouTube. And I don't see any YouTube comments, none, like
Look.
zero.
Look, they're moving.
So
Still good.
crazy how it all works, guys. I don't know what to tell
We just got a
you.
little glitch on our end, so it's all good. We're here.
Are you sure it's a glitch on our end?
Yeah, baby, look. Look, I can see myself.
I want you all to see. Where's the comments at? Oh,
You're on your camera.
I'm going to show them what we look. This is what we see. I can't figure it out. It's not mirrored. But all of those comments that you can see are all from the little YouTube logo. There's nothing that's red. Which YouTube is blue and YouTube is red and Facebook is blue. The little logos over here, and I see nothing
It's okay.
from YouTube. I just hope that YouTube's not missing out.
Baby, they're not. I'm watching you right here.
Tina says you're not on YouTube whatsoever.
This is Longhorn Lester's YouTube right now.
Well, I don't know, but how come we're not able to see any comments on YouTube? Like none.
Hey, let's just focus on being here. Cheers. Happy Saturday. Welcome to Coffee with Jamie and Lester. We're really glad that you could make it to be here with us. We're sorry that we have technical issues, but they don't impact anyone but us, so it's going to be okay.
Hello, come over here. We're on a live video.
Good morning. We had a house full.
Come over here behind me. We're on a live video. You know what that means? Want to sit on my lap? So we have a house full of kiddos. Christmas, you're not a kiddo. You want to put on my glasses so you can see better? So when I started this video, you were still asleep. Tell everyone where you slept at last night.
The dog's bed.
Yeah, you slept on her doggy bed. And I thought that was the cutest thing. How did you sleep, though?
I don't know. It was just really fluffy and comfy.
It was fluffy, and Christmas
But do you
should bother
remember
everybody.
being awake at 3 o'clock?
No.
You don't? I woke up to Lester. Lester doesn't even know this shit. I haven't even told him this. I woke up to Lester going, no, stop it. You're not going to do that. And it was Millie and Fiona standing next to the bed on his side, licking him. And Elora
Yeah.
was sitting on the floor in our bedroom by the dogs.
What were you doing in there, Will?
You don't
weirdo?
remember that?
Oh, my gosh. So she
So then-
sleepwalks.
I'm like, do you want to? I thought she was watching TV in our bedroom. Our TV was still on. Christmas, I know you were there. I
Why
know.
were you doing that for, weirdo? I do remember Millie and Fiona trying to get me awake, and they were scratching me in the
They were
face.
telling you that Elora was up.
Oh, Lord.
So I let those two out, and then I got Elora. I said, "Do you want to watch TV in here?" I didn't know you were still awake, and she goes, "Yes." So I said, "What do you want to watch?" And she says, "Netflix." So I give her the remote, and she sits there like this, and I'm like, "Do you know how to work the remote?" And you go. So I flip it to YouTube because I know, but I know that you have the same remote at your house. So
She was asleep. She was sleepwalking.
I didn't realize it till that moment that she was sleepwalking. I didn't know what time it was really at
Did
that
you
point
know
in
you
time.
sleepwalk? So we were up late last night playing games. Jamie went to bed early, so that's why I look horrible. Elora looks like she's just waking up as well. But we were up late, weren't we?
How late were you all up?
Probably 1 or 2.
Oh my god!
But I remember she fell asleep before I come to bed. She was already asleep when all the boys went to the RV. So you feeling okay? You getting hungry? How does IHOP sound to you? You like IHOP?
What is it?
You don't know IHOP? Well, you can ask Connor and Lex. They know about IHOP, okay? All right, we're going to be live for a little bit. I'll come talk to you in a little bit, okay? And we'll get something to eat, okay? I promise. Thank you for, hey, try to wake it up next time before you start sleepwalking. Do you drink coffee? She said yes. So, Elora belongs to my nephew, Buddy, and Stephanie, along with Connor. And then they're both here. Connor slept with Lex in the RV, and I'm guessing he's still asleep. Lex
I would
just
say
woke
Lex
up,
just surfaced and
and
passed.
he kind of like walked past. Alora's just waking up as well, but it sounds like she was up a lot of the night from what you're saying. I have no idea.
So she was sitting on the other dog bed in our bedroom, and that's why the dogs were waking up to tell you, like, "Hey, there's a kid in here." Like, it was really cute and sweet. They were doing their job of guarding, but they guarded her last night.
That's
so that
cute.
It was just really like,
Yeah. So
it was really
you
powerful.
heard me screaming at them to leave me alone because I was sleeping, and they were.
So I woke up. I'm like, "What is going on?" Because I do wake up to the dogs, but the TV was blaring in our room. Also, did you eat nachos in bed last night?
Well, not in bed, but I brought them to the room because all the kids were on the TV. Sorry.
I went to bed at like, I don't know, 11:30 or something. I was just tired. So the next time I woke up was when I felt Lester come to bed, but the TV was blaring and the bed was shaking. And I was like, what is happening right now that the bed is shaking? He's eating nachos in bed. That's why the bed was shaking.
Hold on. You make it sound like I had the nachos in the actual bed. I did not. Hey, son, you want to come here? Just come say hi real fast. People want to see you and your wrist. Just stand here behind us.
Trixie, no. Trixie.
Why don't you come over here real fast? Just say hi first of all.
Hi, everybody.
And then tell everyone about your arm. So first of all, what was the pain level when it first happened?
Whenever it first happened, it didn't really hurt that much. It was just kind of like a shock. Like
It's in a shock to your body?
Yeah, because it looked really weird. So I was just kind of shocked.
And so your coach knew right away there was something seriously wrong. Even Lex told me that he knew something was wrong. He felt it. He felt the pop. He knew something was wrong. And so the worst pain that you told me was when?
Whenever I was at the hospital and they were trying to fix it.
Yeah, when they had to reset everything. And then they gave you some morphine, I guess for a painkiller morphine.
Mm-hmm.
So they gave him a morphine and it kind of knocked you out, just made you go loopy. And then he thought he was dead. Why did you think that you were dying?
Because like,
This is funny.
It's like everything was like popping like in and out. And then like, yeah, it was weird.
It was the cutest story here, and you'll talk about it and everything. All right. And so how do you feel now a couple of days later?
I feel good.
And then the last thing is, how upset are you that you've made it through the entire season? You had 2 more practices and it would have been in one last game and it would have been done. And that has to happen right before your very last game.
Yeah, it sucks.
That kind of sucks, doesn't it? I know. And then the last thing, your next sport that you're going to play in school this year. Hey, settle down. The next sport is
Cross country.
cross country.
Oh, Kippy's
That's
here.
not
That's why.
me and Jamie. We are not cross country people.
I'm cross pasture.
All right, we love you, son. Enjoy your breakfast. I see that he just walked to the kitchen and he come out
Did you
with
find your
some
meds?
pizza. He come out with pizza. So he's going to warm up some pizza.
Laura doesn't know what IHOP is.
And then I'm going to take them to IHOP whenever they all get up and get going. So, friends, thank you so much, Diane, for saying that she is watching on YouTube on Longhorn Lester's, and it is there.
I'm going to do something real
But-
quick too.
I want you all to know that there are no YouTube comments
Well, that made it worse.
popping up on our computer. Now, Jamie also went to YouTube on her phone to check, and
I've been checking.
and
That's
she
what
can-
I'm not ignoring y'all.
she can see the comments. So, guys, I don't know what to tell you. I just don't know what to tell you. We
just broke StreamYard today. It's okay.
we normally do pretty good with technology. Jamie a lot more than me, but for some reason there's something going on and we cannot get any YouTube comments to show here in all of our comments. So just so you know, if we're not trying to ignore you, YouTube, we are blessed to have you. And so everyone's saying, yes, we are on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I'm so sorry. I'll let it go.
I'm
though.
like, stop. No
Sometimes-
one else knows.
Well, I don't want people to think that we're ignoring them, because I like to catch comments here and there. And just so you know that I'm not trying to, it's important to me. I do get sometimes fixated on things. That's just something that's who I am. I just get fixated. So I'll stop. I'll let it go. Cheers to you all.
Happy Saturday.
Lordy. So yesterday was a big day for my dad. we were very excited. Jamie and I worked really hard. Jamie more than me. She really does know her business. We're blessed that she's able to have a business sense, and we were able to help my dad get, I don't want to say the RV of his dreams, but maybe it is of his dreams, which is really, really, it shows you how,
I think if it didn't have steps, it would probably be the RV of his dreams.
if it had a nice long ramp,
yeah.
I will say that if the RV came with a nice long ramp, a real gradual ramp, I think it'd been a little bit easier for my dad. But he seems to be really overjoyed with the RV. It's small, and from what my dad was telling us, it just sounds like that's about the size that he wanted. Not that he was going to take a box van, a box trailer, and convert it into something he could make him a little coffee and have the boys go camping on occasion, you know, and just kind of enjoy that kind of stuff.
I actually predict that he and your mom will take it somewhere to go camping. I know
Never.
that you say no,
Never.
but I
never.
think that they will. I think that they're going to find a way, and even if it's just like Double Lake or something like that, I just have a vision that they're going to do that.
In case you're all wondering who's the crazy girl running around behind us, that is not part of a Halloween. We're not doing a Halloween skit, okay? This is no Halloween skit. That's just Elora with her morning wake up hair. That's kind of darn spooky, to be honest. And she was right here on my lap. I'm like, oh, she's scary. I'm kidding. No, I will differ. I beg to differ, and I think that my dad will never take that RV any further than his camp site there
And
along
maybe
the river,
not. Maybe
Camp
not.
Heidi.
It's okay. I saw the excitement in both of their faces about it.
Listen, my dad was speechless. My dad did not know what to say. He did not know what to say, and so that didn't happen real often with my dad. Dad's normally a man with lots of words, but I'll tell you
I don't
what,
know where any of that comes from, or where you got any of that either. I'm a man of many words.
But no, my dad, it was a fun experience to drop off the RV yesterday. But I'll tell you what, he got so overwhelmed with, now he's like a man on a mission. Like, I have to make 10 videos, and he was just trying to sit there and think about what he can do for videos. And it was cute watching how nervous he was, worried about not living up to the expectations of a sponsorship. And I says, Dad, it's not hard. You don't have to make an entire video for these folks. You make your videos for your friends who follow your channel, your Facebook and your YouTube friends, and just use it.
Just show how you use it. Show that, show the different things you can do with it. It would be really neat if they could bring it to prom and spend the night here. They could always, I think about it in a flood scenario more than anything else. Like, yes, it's fun for all the things, but in the next flood, last time they were at Kim's house, and your dad's poor little tootsies were hanging off the short little love seat that Kim had. But this would be a place they could technically drive that. They could still put it at Kim's if they wanted to, but they have a place that would be for their stuff that would give them their space. And it could go to JL. It could come to here. It could, maybe it would be a solution for that as well.
So the only thing is, and so I know that we sometimes forget, but my dad is 78 years old.
I know.
My dad is 78 years old. And I honestly, now I'm not trying to, this is not like a shaming thing on anybody who's getting older, but I just know, because I see with my own eyes how hard it is for my dad to get around. And I just cannot picture my dad backing his truck up, hooking up the RV, doing all of the things that you have to do to prep an RV to be moved. There's a lot of moving in all of that. There's a lot of things that got to be clamped down and everything else.
Help them.
Babe, okay, so it's not about having help. Then again, my dad's a very prideful man. And when's the last time my dad's asked anybody for help? He doesn't do that much. So I know my dad, I know my mom, and I can guarantee you that RV will get a lot of use, but it will probably never leave that hill. I'm just saying, okay? You can disagree, but I'll believe it when I see it.
Tina on YouTube says to adjust Lex's sling because his hand needs to be higher than his elbow. He just woke up and did that himself to be able to go use the restroom. We'll get him adjusted. That's not permanent. We'll get him put back together. That's morning Lex.
Yep. Anyway, the goats are doing fine. They, for those who watched the video yesterday, they do have a little playpen now,
They're gonna be moving today.
and they can play here on the concrete pad, or they can also go into the grass. And we did put a little blankie there for them yesterday, where they snuggled up during the day that we were here. But at night, we still bring them inside to our little nursery, which is actually the little mud room here, the utility room.
It's the most used room in our house, to be honest.
It has housed a lot of little ones, even baby calves last year with Ruby and Danny. That were probably the biggest animals who've lived in our home.
Yes, they were. No, but I was saying that I'm actually going to move this today. I hadn't talked to you about that yet.
I bet you were reading comments on my video with everyone screaming and hollering at me for putting it there instead of in the alpaca pasture.
That's where I'm moving.
I never thought about that.
Because I want them to know that that's their home. Plus, they can be protected. Plus, I can kind of do it half in the shelter, half out. But I want them to be established as their space.
Yeah, and so that's kind of important. And I was reading that in the comments yesterday.
I didn't realize that. Sorry.
A lot of people were saying that if you really want that the pastures, the animal paddocks to imprint on them, we'll move this out there, and they may not always need the playpen area, but they'll be familiar with the sights, the sounds, the smells, the animals that live there in and around that area. So I think that's a wonderful idea. And the good thing is it pulls apart and puts back together so fast.
That's the coolest thing ever, because they come apart as individual panels, and there's these pins that just allow it to slide together. It's no dig, it just sets up like in a little accordion. It's beautiful.
There's my friend Dwayne Lacey. Dwayne's a school teacher in Houston, and Dwayne and I had a really deep conversation this week. And Dwayne, this is going to sound dumb to you, Jamie. This is going to sound dumb to a lot of people. Good morning, Dwayne. Hey, buddy. Dwayne made me cry. Maybe I just have my feeling. What do they call that?
Your heart on your sleeve.
My heart on my sleeves. Maybe. But Dwayne and I were having a conversation, and he got emotional. And if I didn't find myself sitting there getting emotional, and then it's like two grown men sitting here having a conversation crying. Dwayne, I hope that doesn't embarrass you.
You know what, though? I think that.
Hold on, where's Dwayne? Dwayne, what's wrong with us, man?
You know what,
are we hormonal? Do men go through hormonal changes like that too?
Yes.
Okay, Dwayne, you and I are going through our menopause. Is it called menopause?
It's called andropause.
Andropause.
Yeah.
Dwayne's too young for that. I'm older than Dwayne. Dwayne, I have an excuse for going through hormonal changes. You're too young, my brother. I'm certain you're too young for that.
No, I think that that's really awesome. I think that everybody needs to, every once in a while, you just got to let all that out, because it builds up.
It does build up, y'all. It does build up. God, Dwayne, I'm sorry if I embarrassed you. I don't think he looks too embarrassed, though, does he?
No.
Oh,
No, I think that's, I kind of talked a little bit this morning in my video about, I like to be the first person up. And I also like to have that moment of pause, even if it's 5 minutes where it's nothing and no one, and I don't turn on my phone right away. And I'm just like, I'm gathering my thoughts to be able to pull it together for the day. And it allows like no one to impact my mood, basically.
Time out just for a second. How funny it is for all of the ladies to say that men can cry, real men can cry. It's okay for men to cry. Coming from a lady, that's one thing. Coming from the guys down the street, the neighbors across the road, your sons, your
There ain't nothing wrong with crying. There ain't nothing wrong
coming
with
from
crying.
a lady, that's fine. But men have been raised differently. We just don't want to show that side of us. And sometimes when we do, it's just really hard to get over. So
No, I saw the comment about it being infectious, so it is, but I sometimes think that it triggers like the things that you've been building up, and you just need to let it out. Like, it's very real and normal, and we were built with the ability to do it, so we'll let it hang out. Like, it's normal.
all these wonderful, sweet ladies. Men have feelings too, Lester. I know. Okay, hold on. Dwayne's saying something else. What's Dwayne saying? I read a great book called Cry Like a Man.
Way to be, Dwayne.
And Dwayne's living. Okay, well, maybe I'll have to check that out a little bit. But
Well,
it was a powerful moment.
I just think
Really? You can pull it closer if you want to. Hey, bring it to the goat room with you.
she may not be. That's really heavy.
Is it heavy?
Yeah, it's really heavy.
Laura has found the new doggy bed.
Somebody sent that dog. You can leave it there. The dogs will come to you, I promise. Somebody sent that dog bed that looks like a couch. It actually has jewels on it.
It's really pretty. It's a pretty
It's
dog
beautiful. They all love it and fight over it. And even the kids were sitting on it last night, as you can see. And yeah, it's a really neat little thing. And I was like, maybe we should put that in the living room instead of the
Oh
big-
my goodness. For the dogs though.
Yeah, because then maybe the dogs, because we're still having issues with them wanting to get on the couch.
Yeah, but the only
Shocker.
problem with that one over there, you can't wash it. The way, the dog bed that we have in the living room was one that I got for a sponsorship.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that weird that my sponsorships are like doggy beds and e-trikes? And then
Hold on, you got a bidet once.
I did get a bidet. So I have some really unique sponsorships, that the ones that are organic and come to us. That's what you call it, organic, right?
Yeah.
The organic sponsorships come in an email. Okay.
You
Did
do?
y'all see what Buddy got though?
Hold on.
Oh my God.
Laura, if they build it, they will come. That's for sure. Yeah, Buddy got something.
I'm so
Awesome.
jealous.
Way jealous.
Buddy, that's my nephew. That's Laura and Connor's dad. He and Stephanie got a sponsorship for a remote controlled, but it's like an automatic lawnmower.
Kind
You
of
heard me
like-
right, like a vacuum.
Yeah, like the little robot vacuums. This is a robot lawnmower, and it was cool.
Listen, I saw his yard yesterday, and it was beautifully. You could see the little lines. It looked like Wrigley Field, all the little lines, and it's perfectly straight.
Lester drives slow as we get to the hill because his pea padding is in full force as soon as we pull up, and he's
Yeah, I
like,
like to look at stuff.
he's like, oh, the garden looks nice. Oh, they got something new here. And like it is a lap, okay? And it is an explorative lap, especially since we don't live there anymore. But yesterday, I have never seen one drive slower up the driveway.
I was just shocked.
And he stopped in the middle of the driveway and he's like, it looks like Wrigley Field. Those lines are pristine. I couldn't probably walk that straight if I tried.
So,
And he's
Buddy-
like, and it's all perfectly level and there are crisscrosses in all the right places. And he's like, that's amazing. And I'm telling you, it took us 25 minutes to get up the dang driveway I
just want to show y'all a
Plum
little
Grove
snippet. This
yesterday.
is not Buddy's video, but this is a video about
You
them.
might get copyrighted if you play that.
Can I have it if I lower the volume?
Maybe.
I just want to show y'all. You keep talking about it. I'm just going to show everybody.
So people are like, it would freak out the horses and ostriches, but you don't put it into that pasture.
No, you control where it goes using your phone app, and you outline your yard and you outline the area. See that little thing right there, that little antenna?
Now, it would not enjoy the hoses that are left in the yard. It
No,
would
you
not-
have to pick
that
up
would not
your
work
hoses.
out that way.
But these people, this is not Buddy's video. This is one that I saw online. But Buddy made a video of his, and it's small. It's not real big. And
No.
it goes slow, but it's all-wheel drive.
And it recharges. It goes back to dock
It
itself
goes
and
back and
recharge.
docks, and then goes out whenever it's ready again. It mows in the rain or shine. It mows day or night. Bud said it took 6 hours to mow his yard. Once they
Which
don't have a
normally
real big
takes
yard.
like 45 minutes?
Yes, but it does. Who cares how long it takes? Because it's not you doing it. It's not a waste of your 6 hours. So I'm like freaking out.
I may have asked
robot-
Stephanie for the contact for that sponsorship because they are pretty dang expensive. I know they make all different styles and layers and things, but the one that you just showed is a little bit more commercial, which is what we would need with our hills and things like that.
Yeah.
That is one thing. Buddy and Steph have a very flat terrain.
Yeah, so it docks and it charges up on its own whenever it needs to be recharged,
And no gas.
and it doesn't make any noise. It's electric, so there's no noise, and there's just a little machine driving around in the yard, and it gets to the end and it does like a complete 360 or a 180 and goes right back, and those lines are so straight. And then It cuts the grass with a razor blade sit up. It doesn't have like big old blades like a lawnmower. It has little sickle blades, like razor blades. And so it just like cuts the grass and just falls right down smooth.
It's crazy.
There's no blowout of grass. I've never seen such an interesting concept, and I had no idea it existed. That
Neither.
technology is crazy.
I thought so. Xander has a lawnmower that takes batteries. Like
Will it
it's
mulch up dog poop? I don't know, but Buddy has dogs, so
Yeah.
I'm guessing it handled that just fine. I don't know.
Yeah.
The long one will have a field day. No, it would only be for the
You would
yard.
map it out to be for the yard part. What you doing? I can't play that game. I'm not.
How
very
do you
good.
feel about your dad's new
Yeah,
robot
do you like your dad's
lawnmower?
new lawnmower? Do you know about it?
It has a name.
It has a name.
Wait, y'all gave it a name? You gave the robot a name? What y'all name it?
Mobot the robot.
Mobot the robot.
I love it.
Mobot the robot.
Do you feel like threatened when it's out there? Like you have to watch where it's gonna go?
Like,
Or-
what if it like turns on its
Yeah, what
evil
if all of
side
them,
and
like,
like begins to
starts
chase you
you?
around with those little razor blades? Gee, come here, hey, Laura, come here.
No, if you get in front of it, it just goes away.
Laura's right. If there's something in front of it, it has
Wow.
an eye, the way you like a
And
backup
it has a
camera.
camera.
It has a camera. It'll stop and it will go around if there's any objects in its way.
How do you know all that?
She must watch her dad's videos.
Fancy.
Yes, I bet you Buddy did name it, but your dad gave that name, didn't he? Yeah, your dad has a very creative imagination.
It speaks.
Wait, your
British.
lawnmower talks to you.
It speaks British. It speaks British.
It speaks British. The lawnmower speaks
This
British.
is amazing. It can have conversations with Carter. You know Carter talks like a Brit.
That is so funny. Did your dad give it the voice? Did your dad create the voice? Maybe it's your dad saying, "My name is Robot," and then you think it's the robot talking. Your dad's pretty
No.
creative. Your dad might be like a ventriloquist. You know what that is? Who can make puppets
Whenever
talk?
it goes in there, it speaks British. And like it
Whenever you
says
go in there, it
he's
speaks
sorry
British.
for that.
I love that.
So it sounds like it's from England, from the UK. Well, who would have known that Mobot the robot actually has an English accent? How wonderful. Now I'm going to really have to get one because I love me an English accent. Wait, you also speak with an English accent. Come over here and talk to people. You want to come say something? You come close your eyes and just talk in something in using your English accent, your British accent. You want to?
My British?
You want to? You a little bit shy? Okay, well, Laura doesn't want to do that this morning.
Alora is shy on camera, but I will tell you, last night she was like dancing in the kitchen and had a song for everything that we talked about.
What?
Yeah, you were like dancing last night.
Oh.
So we taught Alora how to play the game of Risk,
Oh my god.
and Risk is
And she won the first game.
Risk is quite the
But
warmonger
she
type
was
of
in
game.
it for-
At the end, I did. At the end, I took over, but it's okay. She won. She beat me. It was very challenging, and even as an adult, sometimes it's a hard game. So for Alora to be 9, you're 9, right?
Look what Miss Leanne says. Leanne says, I worked for a dog walking company. We go to people's homes, feed, medicate, let their dogs take walks. I drove up to one and their mower scared the crap out of me as it came out of nowhere. I had to stand there and watch it mow.
That would scare me too.
All I could think is that those people have way too much money. Well, if they can pay for dog walkers, that's kind of you can tell if someone has the money to pay for someone to come walk their dog.
God, can you imagine
What does
somebody
that
coming to
tell you?
walk our dogs? Our
Yeah.
dogs don't walk, first of all. Ritzy and Trixie are the only two that do real good on a leash. Everybody else, they do not understand that system. Fiona probably still does okay, but she won't get near a car or like go anywhere per se.
Yeah.
Millie just lays down. Christmas she's just like looks around like, what is this thing on me? And Stella has no idea either. But they'll walk right next to you the whole time and will never run away. So there's that.
One lady put all of the specs of the lawnmower here in the comments. I guess she found it on Amazon, and she lists all of the specs about it. Oh Lord, don't y'all all leave us and go watch these lawnmowers on videos? How boring would that be for y'all to leave us while we're having delicious coffee? And if you haven't noticed, as I finish my cup, I'm getting pretty close to the bottom.
I just saw
There
your
I
face.
am. There I am right
literally
there.
just
Hi to
saw your
hello,
own
y'all.
face.
Hi to hello. I'm about to finish that up. Hi to hello. Whenever you chug it, Pop it here and show all your friends. Do it now. You're at a party. Chug, 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 chug. And what you got to do is chug it and then show everyone the hi to hello. Yeah, yeah. They're all screaming and hollering. No, there's more. There's more. Chug it. Chug it. No.
I need a refill.
I'm going for refills whenever you chug it down. All right. Now we got the
gone.
double hi to hello. These are still one of the neatest gifts I ever got. Those are just so darn awesome. Now, here's the problem. We talked to the fella about maybe offering these in our next fundraiser, but it takes $30 to make one.
Yeah.
So to sell it and
It's
to
just
make
too
any
expensive.
profit would be there's no one would buy them. There's no way you would spend, let's just say $40. There's no way you'd spend $40 on, it doesn't even have a handle, but it is a really amazing gift. That's just so funny to me. I don't know how they even make this. How would anyone get in there to sketch all of that? Hi to hello. I don't know how they could even do that technology. That's pretty darn advanced. But I still think this is one of the neatest gifts. I'll be right back. You're on your own, love. You're on your own.
Are you okay?
Nope.
He just got stuck between the chair and the.
Jamie, I feel like my dad right now. Up and down them camper steps wore me down.
I have to tell you the funniest story ever, and I have to wait until Lester is far enough away to not hear me say it. So, yesterday, when we pull up with the camper, just the way that Lester peepouts is the same way that people just sort to like flock out of their homes when certain new things come to Morrow Hill. And as we get out of the RV, G comes and Bennett comes and Sister Kim comes and Connor comes and Lex comes, Alora comes, but so does Jake, so does Brienne, and everybody has phones out, okay? And the funniest part is I see Brienne from a distance, like getting these really weird angles. And I'm like, what is she doing? And then I realized what she was doing. Lester and Pawpaw were walking next to each other and they looked identical, okay? They swing their hips. They move the same way. They function the same way. And Bree was capturing it. So now I need y'all to poke Brienne a little bit to be able to see said video because I'm dying to see it too. It was a full-blown like
Stella.
chaos mayhem situation in that moment because Pawpaw was excited
Hey, sweetie.
and Lester was excited, and then everybody else was like, we also brought Starlink internet over there
sweetie.
because their internet got cut by somebody trying to do some AT&T situation that's going on, and they weren't going to have internet for the 2 weeks. So we grabbed our Starlink from the JL ranch and brought it to their house. G was excited about the camper, but she was way more excited about the internet. Ben is excited about the internet. So while all the camper stuff is happening, everyone else is like, can you get that hooked up? Like, it was like all the kids, everybody had been, it was like they hadn't eaten in 2 weeks and I just showed up with food, but instead they had internet for 48 hours and I showed up with the gateway to the rest of the world. And they're like, hook it up, 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 hook it up. So we got that all set up as well yesterday. But yes, please provoke Bree to post that video that she captured yesterday.
So it's another make fun of Lester video. Great.
Actually,
There's going to come a time in your life when you're going to find yourself also hobbling around, having a hard time moving, doing this and that. And it happens to all of us. It happens to all of us. And your day is coming. Enjoy your youth while you have
I
it.
actually admitted on my own video this morning because Kim comes out and she's got a knee brace on yesterday and I haven't seen Sister Kim. And she goes, I said, how are you feeling? And she goes, she goes, some days I wake up and I don't have to hold on to the walls to get to the bathroom first thing in the morning. And I paused and I was like, wait, you don't have to because I have to. And she goes, okay, you're right. She's like, it's just not as tight as I had to before. So it is normal, like very normal to be able to like have to put yourself together in the morning.
Oh, Lord.
Are you giggling a little bit over here?
Some of the folks in the comments are being really cute. I love this. Oh, no. I noticed a long time ago that he walks like his dad without seeing them side by side. I think in my videos, you can kind of see the wobble when I'm walking, making a video, especially in selfie mode. Cause I'm like, you think I'm doing like staying alive? staying alive. It's not me dancing my John Travolta.
Some days
It's me
it's
hobbling
worse, though.
because of my knee. I got a knee that doesn't always. I drag a leg behind me. Okay, I just drag one of my legs behind me. That's pretty much how it feels. Or we could just pretend I'm always walking around doing John Travolta, just kind of dun 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 dun, staying alive. You know John walk, or his walk, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be a fun thing for us to do at our prom. Is have everyone have to walk down the runway, but to the theme of staying alive. So they all got like kind of like a Soul Train line, a Soul Train dance. You know, where they got to come down and they got to dance through the Soul Train. Ooh. And then I can just walk natural. I'd be like, I could just be doing a natural walk and still looking like I got the groove and just dragging my leg behind me.
What was funny is the kids got in the truck last night and we were talking about prom is next weekend. And Laura showed us her dress, which is beautiful. And she goes, wait, Lester, you're not going to be Gary again.
Oh,
right?
she was so scared I was going to be Gary again. No, I'm not going to be Gary again.
And both the boys go, we really liked whenever you played Gary because they got to dump the blood over the top of the
fake blood.
Yeah.
And then they even jumped out of the truck when we got here, showing Allure remnants of all the old fake blood that stained our wall.
Yeah, Gary lives on here. That's for sure.
Oh, that was a fun video. We're gonna miss doing that this year. We and listen, I'm just gonna tell you real fast. We never really plan. We don't like pre-plan our themes. Things just kind of start happening naturally, and then we start going with it. And there are some things that happened naturally this year that we could have had a really good, scary Halloween special. But no, we've talked about it before. And I don't think, and you said it yourself, that the world's a little bit too sensitive right now with everything going on. And guys, I get it. I'm not that out of tune with world events, but you have hostages across, in over with Israel, not with Israel, but you have their hostages that are still being held. You have just the stuff that went on in Appalachia. You have the stuff going on in Florida as we speak. And I guess still in Appalachia, there's still bodies and things in people. And so it's just not the best time to sit here and plan and go through a Halloween type skit.
No.
So we've had fun with it, but I can tell you already that this is just not the right year to do stuff like that.
It would be in poor taste.
It would be in poor taste.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we have chosen to not do a Halloween special this year, and that's okay. We'll have prom, and there's a lot of things that are, building up. Like specifically today, I got back out here and I am in prom mode, like full prom because we are 1 week from today. Xander and Kendra get here on Friday, and that means that I have basically 5 days to prepare everything. And there is a lot, and I love to host, and I love for things to be a little extravagant, because it is a special event, and people are buying nice dresses and nice clothes to be able to come to this, and I just I'm excited for that to happen. But I want the backgrounds to be nice, and there's a lot to clean. There's a lot to just prepare for. So I'm in full prom mode right now, and hopefully when Lester gets back today from bringing the kids back, then I can kind of brain dump about all the ideas and things that we need to accomplish.
Hey, Connor.
Good morning, Connor.
Good morning. I was reading some comments just a few minutes ago while you were talking. That's what I like to do. I really can't talk and read and think about everything, but while you're talking, it gives me a chance to read.
Oh.
And a lady brought up a good point. I saw the same special that she saw, and it's really sad. But this is something that's fairly new, or at least it's becoming more relevant. That's maybe not the best word, but there's an actual term called destruction tourism. I may have got that wrong, but now with social media and having so many people on TikTok and Facebook and YouTube and all of the different social media platforms, what's sad is a lot of people take these events, these natural events like hurricanes or floods or tornadoes, and they purposely travel to those places just to get the video. And so they may sometimes use the excuse of, oh, well, we're going to go with supplies. We're going to go with gas. We're going to go help out. But in reality, they go for the destruction tourism. They go to make the video. They want to have their video. And what's sad about that is this is not Lester's talking. This is what I remember from the special that we watched. The saddest thing about that is social media and mainstream media have learned to capitalize. I was telling you about this. They've learned to capitalize off of these events. So here's an example. And I take this from just a couple of days ago when Hurricane Milton hit. But if you noticed all of the news, even though they're all saying how destructive, how horrific, how horrible, where did all of the national news come from? Stationed all around different parts of Florida where they can expect, because that ups the views. When you have David Muir, for example, standing behind a wall where the wind is blowing right by, people are going to watch that. We're drawn to horrible things. It's so sad how we as a society, we're drawn to watch. And then you have Lester Holt standing in, water this deep of this tide coming in, and we as viewers are just drawn. Well, media has been doing that for a long time. The mainstream media have always sent people to war zones, to natural disasters. They want to be in that moment, and that keeps views, that keeps ratings high. But now, sad thing is, social media has also found themselves, the more content they can create of showing the floods, of showing the destruction, showing the death, showing all of those things, guess what? That's what social media is flooding there's channels with. So other things that are not quite as, I don't want to just riveting, like a farm channel or like this or that, people are not watching those things because they're just consumed with all of the footage that's coming out of these flood and these natural disasters, which is kind of, think about it as a society and how sad and how scary that is, that we've become just fixated on seeing it with our own eyes, and social media people are flocking. So there's a lot of people who are flocking to these parts of the country now, and they're stopping them. If you have supplies to drop them off here. We'll make sure they get where they need to go, instead of, you're not going to drive down all of our roads, all of our, and pass out your goodies, your blessings. But in reality, you're doing it to grab the footage, which it's hard for me to explain.
So
it was a really powerful special, and it's so scary.
I see both ends of it, because I think that some of it has stemmed from the lack of trust in big media.
That's true too.
So Lester and I have both said, like, we watched the news this past week, but we had already seen some of it on social media. We had already seen some of the things that they were showing on social media, meaning that they saw it too, and they reached out to that person and asked to use it on mainstream media. So I think that there's such a distrust in what we're being shown, or a fear of being forgotten, that people, I see both sides of it, and I don't blame people for it. And I don't think that it's wrong for us to have this really innate thing to be able to see it, because it strikes feeling and empathy in it. It is, it's very natural to be curious about things that you can't see in real life, and to some people put themselves in that situation. And I'm not saying there's not bad things around this, that people aren't using some of that for negative and for money and for scamming and all the things. Like, absolutely, those things stem from it too. But I don't necessarily think that all of it has stemmed from a negative place either. I think that there's a mix of people out there, and there are a lot of people who genuinely want to help and want to do those things. I personally, like, if there wasn't so much to take care of here, I think that I would have found a way to do something like that. But also realizing that I'm a 42-year-old woman who has no experience hiking mountains or anything like that, and that my way to best serve was in a different way. So it's a crazy world, and it's a really hard time for people, and not just in Appalachia, in Florida, in Georgia, in
Don't forget about Wyoming.
Wyoming is something that is like not being talked about, and like there's like 100,000 acres that are just burning, and it's like 15% contained the last I checked. Could be more. But either way, there is so much going on in this world, and I just keep saying, like, just be conscious. Just be conscious that people are going through horrible things in some of the hardest times of their life, and they're just trying to survive.
Yeah, I agree that, like the lady here said, that with all of these horrible and fires in Wyoming, you're not hearing about any of that because that's not what people want to watch. They're not drawn to, which is, if that was all that was going on in the world, then yeah, you would watch it. But they find, I guess, I don't know exactly how they do it, but I'm thinking it must be similar to social media. So here's an example of how what we do around here. Picture this, don't stop me till I finish, or help me if you can. There are certain things that you will video more than others because you know certain things have more of an interest level to your audience than others, right?
Mhm.
And so you kind of, in a way, subconsciously know that if you show yourself, let's just say working in the greenhouse, I don't know exactly but working in the greenhouse is something that you do every single day. But if I go to your channel, I don't see many videos of you working in the greenhouse. Yet I watch how much time you spend there every single morning, every afternoon. So I'm guessing that you must realize that there's not a lot of, even though some folks may enjoy it, by and large, those are not going to really be the videos that your people want to watch.
Somewhat, some of it is that's my own personal time too.
Oh, well, Jamie, could you
But
just go along with me here?
okay,
You know
yeah.
what I'm trying to say.
I know what you're trying to say is that
Help me.
I don't
help me
video
out.
the ostriches because my people don't want to see ostriches, but people want to see Lester with the ostriches. So
there are certain animals that people will watch and they want to watch more than others. So I guess the closest that I come to, like my going in the pastures with the heifers and little Gary every day, is what do they call that? A jaw dropping,
I'm saying it's a nail biter.
You know,
it really is
a
though.
clenched fist. You're watching. You know, you're like wondering what's going to happen today, and so those might be videos that I will purposely continue to do because I know how involved everybody is with that moment of that adrenaline pumping, me screaming, running for my life. Ruby's horns are, you know.
You don't see me going in that pasture. Lester there is like, you coming in? No, I'm not coming in. No. But I just think that, I don't know if it's dopamine or serotonin. I don't know what hormone our body produces as a response to things like that, but I know it's natural. It is not, it's, and for some people it's more.
Yeah.
And maybe I know it's adrenaline is part of that. And people can be adrenaline junkies. Brienne is an adrenaline junkie. I think Jake is an adrenaline junkie. That's not like doing drugs that, I mean, like they love a rush. Brienne will go on the craziest rides. I saw her and Laramie at the rodeo this year on this thing that like slingshotted this globe up into the air. And all I could think about is, what if that thing just gets loose and then like you're both in it and like who's gonna raise your kids now and like all these things. But I don't know. I have greater fears than some people do. They both will get on the back of their horses without fear. And I have great fear of that. I don't know. But I think that's like an adrenaline space. And maybe that's what comes from your videos of being in with Ruby too, is that people feel that same thing even though they aren't there. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, no, I absolutely agree that people like, I think, to feel any emotion.
Yes.
And if you can find a way to involve emotion in your video, even without realizing it, those are always the videos that are more endearing to people, no matter what the emotion. Unfortunately, sometimes the emotion is anger and hostility towards the guy making the video. But those in themselves are sometimes some of the, I don't want to say more popular, but if you just count the views, then the videos where you make a fool of yourself and people get mad at you get more views than a pleasant, fun, lighthearted video is just in the, as far as the world sees them, boring. They want action. They want emotion. They want feeling. They want to feel something. So, but that just doesn't happen naturally every day, guys. That just doesn't happen every day.
Do you think that's because in real life, like, and I'm being sincere here, in real life, some of us get so caught up in our own routines that we lack things that put us in different feels?
I agree with that. Yeah.
And so we seek entertainment of different kinds to be able to strike emotion within us, even if it's not something we're readily involved with.
I think that makes a whole lot of sense. Listen, as we're getting close to our hour, I want to remind folks that we have a very big week coming up with some really wonderful videos. Now, what I'm doing is, you know, that we at our but at our event coming up this upcoming weekend, we're going to have the People's Choice Award. And so I'm going to play a video on Monday morning on Facebook, Monday afternoon on YouTube. And it's going to be all of the creators' submissions, whatever video they submitted to be their submission for People's Choice. Now, on that first video, you're only going to kind of like talk about them in the comments. Jamie and I will go by and find maybe the most popular 4 videos, and then we will recreate a second video of only the top 4, and then that will be the one that you'll all vote on. So in a way, your nominations by you talking in the comments on the Monday video will help us decide which video compilation to put out maybe on Wednesday or so that you'll vote on. And that vote will take the Facebook and the YouTube vote, and that vote will determine which is the video of, I don't really want to say of the year, because we're letting the videos go back as far as the creator wants to. We'll be more specific next year.
Well, we can call it video of the year because it's the award this
We'll
year.
call it the video
But
of the
it doesn't
year
have
for the
to fit-
award. But just know that it doesn't have to be from the year 2024.
No,
It could
no.
be from any video that the creators have put together. And I already got some funny ones. Can I show them right now or not?
No.
Oh, I want to show people so bad.
Monday. That comes
Okay.
out Monday.
It'll come out Monday.
The voting begins.
But thank y'all for letting the creators know what you think might be their one of your favorite videos from them. And we're only missing a submission from a couple of creators, and we'll put all that together. It'll be ready Monday morning on Facebook, I'm a Survivor, and Monday afternoon on YouTube, I'm a Survivor Sanctuary. And that will be just the nomination type page where you tell us your favorites out of those 10, 15 videos. And then what we'll do is we will narrow those down based on your comments and give you your final 4, which will have an actual poll that you'll vote on later in the week. So big week. I'm excited about it. I'm really excited about it.
It's going to be
And I
awesome.
have laughed and laughed and laughed.
He'll
Now-
be in the bathtub and I'm in the kitchen cleaning.
This is
And
true.
he's cracking up in there. And I'm like, who's he talking to? in the
No,
bathtub?
no.
Like, is he FaceTiming someone right now? Like, what's happening? No, he's just laughing hysterically in the bathtub, watching the videos that have been submitted, like over and over.
Here's what I predict. I'm almost certain that there's going to be a lot of folks in the comments who are going to say, I can't pick just one. I can't pick just 4. I can't, because I really do think there's a lot more. And so no one's going to hold it against you. But we all know if you ever get chosen to be a judge of any contest, be it Dairy Day or FFA or a beauty pageant, a dog beauty pageant, whatever, you have to at some point find your critical eye and decide which of those is your favorite. And so we're going to ask you all to put on your judge's cap. Okay, take off the sweet lady, the sweet man, and the kind person cap, and put on your judge's cap and help us figure out which is your favorite video for this year's Whammy Awards.
It's gonna be
Okay.
fun. I'm excited about it. I have so many other thoughts and things of what I want to do for the future as well. And as we begin this is our 2nd annual prom, but 1st annual awards.
Uh-huh.
Then kind of where we go from here and what we do from here. But this year is People's Choice Award, and it's going to be really awesome.
And then the last thing you have to remember is I know that a lot of folks, finally, YouTube is here. Look, YouTube has just popped in. YouTube, where have you been the whole 55
oh my gosh,
minutes?
you made Lester's day. He can
YouTube
rest.
is finally here in
easy
the
today.
comments.
Oh my God, the Lester comes out
Oh,
video.
my Lester comes out video
Oh, that
when
was
I
a
came out
great
to
video.
when my mom called me out. My mom called me out.
That was a great video. I forgot about that one.
I did too. So I'll tell y'all right now that I've kind of listened to you all in some things, and a lot of people wanted to see me and Ringo. I've gotten emails, I've gotten some WhatsApp messages, and a lot of people want to see me with Ringo.
That video is still in my favorites on my phone since the beginning, and it's
Darn.
the very first one
And
where
then,
I wasn't even living here. We were just dating, and Lester sent it to me, and Xander was sitting next to me in the car when I opened it, and we both laughed.
Of Ringo?
When you're like, I'm a man or whatever you say, you're like, this is how a man and no longer love you, and you're like,
Because Ringo got
F
me in the
you.
behind.
And like, and it really hurt, and that's why I'm so sorry.
Oh, because it hurt me because I was hurt.
No, but you could see that it was like, but you were trying to like grit through it. Like it's only like 17 seconds. It's not that long.
And
but
most videos will not
God.
be. And so for people who send us a 5-minute video clip, we're having to cut it down.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to take that editing job on to still capture the funny moments, but not to have all of the fluff in between. Another one that I will not submit that I don't want to say a lot, maybe there's a couple of those kind of ladies who are suggesting it. But when I'm on the hay and I slide down the
I do
hay
love the hay slide
in a
line.
sexy pose and I tip my cap, I don't know why, but my belly's hanging out and I'm getting hay in my behind crack.
The first one, so there are two
And-
videos like that. You know that, right? The first one is when you're like even doing like pull-ups on the
That's all the same
tractor,
video,
yeah.
but we've cut it down. So I
Yeah.
took that part off because that looked perverse. I did not realize how perverse that looked. But the problem with that is I had that, there's the PTO was sticking straight up. I never saw that.
Yes, that's
and
what
I'm
made
doing
it funny.
pull-ups, and that PTO is literally like jamming me in the behind. And I'm like, just,
The thing is there's no way that you can
And
do
I
pull-ups today.
Jamie, do you mind? I've had two. Look, I put 1.5. I've had 1.5 shoulder accidents since then.
Your fingers now look like Papa's too.
Okay, there. I'll
Straighten them out.
there. I've had 2. Have I stayed hard long enough? Tell me when I can finally let go. I've had 2 shoulder incidents, okay, since that. But that looked quite perverse, and so I did cut that section out. I don't know, y'all. I just think that I'm going to include Ringo. You know why? Because I want sympathy points. Not for me, but poor Ringo back in those days was a very young,
Yes.
spry man. And seeing him get up and pa-pow, pa-pow, just knocking the heck out of me was fun. And so I'm going to try to suck
I do think
suck
the you
some
and
votes
Carl
in.
video though too is really good too.
Fighting Carl or dancing with Carl?
Dancing with Carl.
Oh, the Egyptian lover dance? I don't know. No one's suggested that besides you right now.
That one, the one where you also ripped down your pants, and then also the Goodwill video was top notch too.
I don't know of this video.
The Goodwill
I in it?
video?
Was I in it?
Yes, it was date day at Goodwill.
So you're talking about long videos. I'm only going for clips.
I don't need the whole video. I only needed the top part where you come out of the room.
Well, we'll see, guys. It's going to be tough, but every creator is allowed to offer up one submission and a video submission. We've received almost all of those, and you guys will simply watch the video on Monday morning on Facebook, I'm a Survivor, Monday afternoon on YouTube, I'm a Survivor Sanctuary, and we will have you guys give us your top 4, and we will absolutely compile those 4 together and have you vote later in the week. I'm thinking probably Wednesday or Thursday. I want to give y'all time to watch and then time to have a chance to vote. So, all right. Well, Jamie, our hour is officially up.
You got to get heading to IHOP, I think.
I'm taking the kids to IHOP, and then we're going to have breakfast. And then Jamie's going to be doing stuff around here, more prom prep.
I have a few errands to run today, too. Y'all want to come along? It's a Saturday adventure.
And then, yeah, it's going to be a busy day for me. So we're going to make it happen, friends. We're very blessed to have you. When I say a snippet, what I mean is maybe a 10, 15, 20, 30 second, but not a full length video. Because don't forget, almost all of the Mario Hill creators are long video creators, which means our videos are 8+ minutes. And so there's no way we're going to compile 10 or 15 8-minute videos. There's no way. So you'll have to just understand that we're going to cut them down to the snippet. A 10, 15, 30 seconds is fine. That's not too long. And we'll make it into a production.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, baby girl. Finish it up for us.
Y'all, we hope you stay safe, stay well. For those of you that are experiencing the horrific aftermath of everything that's going on in this country and in this world, we are praying for you and our hearts go out to you. We have, as Lester mentioned, a really big day ahead. We promise to bring you videos of all that's going on, and we hope that you stay safe, stay well, and we will catch you on the next video.
Thank y'all for watching. We do love you so much and blessed to have you. I'm going to end the video the same place we started it, Jamie. That's okay with you?
Let's do it.
Bye, guys.